Hello YouTube, my name is Nero, and today we have some Call of Duty Modern Warfare Remastered, watching some trailer footage, because unfortunately I can't actually show you guys any proper gameplay of Modern Warfare Remastered, because the embargo is still live. I don't have any special privileges with Activision whatsoever, therefore I can't show you guys any footage. Activision will see that video, they will take down that video, it would be bad things for everybody involved, so unfortunately we're going to have to stick it out with trailer footage for today. But ladies and gentlemen, I have played the Modern Warfare Remastered Multiplayer, and it was glorious when we're talking about that here in this video. So if you guys caught my video yesterday, it was about old school mode in Modern Warfare Remastered. For some reason, on the PlayStation, the servers went live, and you could actually just hop in and play the Modern Warfare Remastered Multiplayer. No strings attached. If you had the game installed to your PlayStation 4, you simply boot it up, hop into the multiplayer, and you can play. The first thing that I did was I went to a private match to test out old school glitches to see if they worked, and some of them do, some of them don't. I made an entire video on that. Feel free to go ahead and check that out. And then after that, I went and played the actual multiplayer itself. Unfortunately, I played one freaking game, and then the servers went down, and they have not been back up. I was up till like 5 in the morning last night, waiting for the servers to come back up before I finally gave up and went to bed. I woke up this afternoon, they are still down, and I don't know if they're going to be coming back up between now and November 4th, but I was able to play the one game, and I want to describe my experience to you guys. So, the first thing I did is I decided what game mode to play. I decided to go and play Ground War, because I like Ground War in Call of Duty 4. I really like the 9-on-9 action, and so the first map I got was Bog, which looks absolutely amazing. You wouldn't think that a remaster would really look that good, but it really does if you compare Modern Warfare Remastered to graphics from 2007. It's not only just more textures, it not only just looks better, but it's also more colorful. They worked to make the game a lot more colorful than Call of Duty 4 was, because if you actually take off your rose-tinted glasses and go back and look, Call of Duty 4 was a pretty bland looking game. Modern Warfare Remastered is not. An interesting tidbit here is Ground War has been updated in Modern Warfare Remastered, so the first game I played was not only on Bog, but it was kill confirmed. Ground War kill confirmed on Bog. This is the first time that anybody has ever played, well, not anybody, I'm sure other lobbies were there, but it's like the first time ever that kill confirmed has been able to be played on Bog, and it was quite the experience. So it basically played like a team deathmatch, but of course it's kill confirmed, so tags are dropping. But since it's Bog, and if anybody knows anything about Bog, it's a very open map, it was very difficult to get tags because most of your kills were very far away. I was using the default M16 class, and so most of my kills were very far away, and there are 9 people on the other team, lots of snipers. It was very difficult to actually confirm tags. I joined in late. I'm going to say 1 minute in. I can actually go back and look. I'm looking at the gameplay right now. Yeah, I joined in. There was 8:55 left in the game as I joined, and I ended up finishing the game with the most confirms, and it wasn't a lot. I'm trying to find the final score here. I went 58-16 in my first game ever. I had 13 confirms, which you think to yourself, Nero, you got 58 kills and only confirmed 13 of your tags? I'm telling you guys, it's freaking hard on Bog when you're using an M16 when there's 9 people on the other team. You may think 13 confirms is bad. I led the lobby in confirms. We ended up actually losing 69-90. It was pretty bad in that respect. It was very difficult for anybody to get their tags, and I wonder how that's going to play out, because kill confirmed was not a thing in Call of Duty 4. And you may think it's going to be like an easy transition. Team Deathmatch was there, so kill confirms would be able to translate pretty well. But Call of Duty 4 was really more about spawn trapping. It was about keeping the opposing team in like a certain area of the map, and that's only where they're going to be spawning. It's not constantly flipping, and therefore it's going to be kind of difficult to get your tags. I'm definitely interested to see how kill confirmed is actually going to play out in the full version of Modern Warfare Remastered. But yeah, I was very happy to join the game late, lead the lobby and score by like well over 1,000 points, get way more kills than anybody else. Like I finished with 58, the top person, and the other top person in the lobby actually got 46, and he was on the other team. And so I topped that guy, even though I joined late. I ended up getting the most confirms. I got the most score. We ended up losing, of course, because that's how Call of Duty is for me. Always do well, but always end up losing because teammates. It was really fun. The weapons feel fantastic. So while I did play one actual public match, I'm a YouTuber, so I had to render a video. I was rendering a zombies video for my Let's Play channel, so I had to take a break from actually playing the multiplayer after my first game to render out a video, and so I started playing private matches since I couldn't actually record because my computer was rendering. And so I was playing private matches against bots. I played a domination game on Backlot and a domination game on Shipment, trying out a bunch of different weapons and stuff like that. I had a theory on the W1200, because in Call of Duty 4, it was a pump-action shotgun that was very bad and very inconsistent. And my theory was The reason why it was bad was because the hit detection was really weird back in Call of Duty 4, as well as World at War. Most older games have weird hit detection, right? I think Modern Warfare 2 was the first Call of Duty game that really got it right. And so I wanted to test it out in a private match against bots, and that shotgun was ridiculous. Like, it felt really good. You're getting consistent one-hit kills at good ranges, way better ranges than I remember from Call of Duty 4, but I have to actually try it out in the proper multiplayer itself. It's not the same if you're playing it in a private match against bots on your own host, you know, but the shotgun felt really good. A lot of the weapons feel very good. I will say, if you've played a lot of Call of Duty 4, it's going to feel a little bit weird when you first get on because all the weapons sound different, and they also look slightly different. If you've played a lot of COD 4 like I have, you're used to every pixel being in the right spot. When I pull out my M16, I know where every pixel on that gun is going to be. I'm used to having that gun in my hand. And so when I pull out the M16 in Modern Warfare Remastered, sure, it's the M16, sure, it has the same damage, same recoil patterns, for the most part the same iron sights, but it feels a little bit different because it's slightly blockier in one spot, or it's slightly curvier in one spot. It's a little bit different, and it also sounds different. And so while you're playing, you're running around, you're running towards like the B flag and domination or something like that, and you hear a gunshot in the distance, and you can't immediately identify that gun like I could in Call of Duty 4. Like, I know every weapon sound in that game. I don't know all of them in Modern Warfare Remastered because they're different now. So I hear a guy around the corner shooting, I can't tell what he's shooting, and that's kind of bothering me. It's like, it's off-putting because I'm like, I feel at home while playing this game because it's so similar to Call of Duty 4 and I have so much playtime in that game. But at the same time, I'm not quite comfortable yet because one, I'm playing on PlayStation. I'm not really used to playing on PlayStation. But two, I'm in this world where I don't know the sounds really that well. And of course, you're just trying to get used to everything because it's a remaster and it looks a little bit different. It's like, this is an updated version of my home, you know, it feels weird in that respect. So they also ended up adding a bunch of things to Modern Warfare Remastered, but unfortunately, I wasn't able to actually play around with a lot of them because, again, I was only able to play the one public match before the servers went down. And so I'm level 4 currently on Modern Warfare Remastered, but they have a bunch of extra camos in the game that you can actually unlock. And I was wondering, how are you going to unlock these camos? I was worried it was going to be a supply drop system. I was worried it was going to be stupid challenges. It kind of is that. It's kind of stupid challenges. So you have these extra camos like Dragon Scale. I'm gonna mess up the names, but it's like a red Dragon Scale kind of a camo. There's like this bluish looking camo. There's a winter camo. You have all these things, and you get them for random challenges. Like one of them is like Red Dot Marksman 3 or something like that, which I assume is, I don't know, 150 kills with the red dot sight with that weapon, something like that, and that will unlock you an extra camo. It's good and bad in my opinion because they have like the same standard camos we had in Call of Duty 4, which is great, but they also have like on top of that extra camos that you can work for by doing challenges with different attachments and stuff like that, just to give you a little bit of extra to work for. Now, they have confirmed on Twitter, and I'm actually quite upset about this. I know some of you guys will disagree, but apparently once you prestige, all of your camos will not reset. Your challenges will reset, but the camos that you have unlocked will not reset. I'm a little bit upset about that. I wish that we could actually go ahead and reset camos if we would like to, because that was one of the things about Call of Duty 4 for me, was going through a prestige, getting, I don't know, Blue Tiger on my M4, prestiging, and then working for it again. It gave me something to do while I was prestiging, working for these little weapon camos. I thought that was fun, because otherwise, you're just grinding for kills, you're grinding for XP, you're not really working towards anything because you earned Red Tiger on your M4 back in your non-prestige, right? So if you earn it in your non-prestige, you will never have to complete a headshot challenge with that gun again until actually ever, because it's just always going to be completed for you. And I don't really like that system too much. That was one of my favorite things about Call of Duty 4. Now, obviously, there are going to be people that disagree. There's obviously going to be people out there who think to themselves, well, I just got 150 headshots. I don't want to get those headshots again. But in Call of Duty 4, that's what we did. Like, that was just one of the things. And so when you saw somebody who was like midway through his prestige but had Red Tiger on a gun, you thought to yourself, that guy likes that gun. That guy's probably pretty good with that gun. And that was like kind of a thing. Like, I had my little group of friends that would always play, you know, and my gun was always the M4. I always had Red Tiger on my M4. I got up there every single prestige. It was my gun. Whereas my cousin, his gun was the MP5. My friend's gun was the M40A3. And just while we're playing Search and Destroy together, you see him like, oh, you got Blue Tiger on your gun already. Nice, nice. And then he prestiges and he starts working towards it again. And I liked that system. But teach his own, I suppose. I guess I'll live if they don't actually give us an option to reset them, but still, that's just something that I personally would like to see changed. We have combat records in this game, and again, I wish I could show you guys footage of this, but the combat records are pretty good. They're not super detailed, super Black Ops 1 style, but you go to your combat record, you can see all of your weapons, how many kills you have, how many headshots you have, how much time you have with that weapon in your hand, which is pretty cool. You can see how many UAVs you've called in, how many airstrikes, how many attack helicopters, how many kills, of course, you have with all of those things, how many times you've played in each game mode, how many wins you have in that game mode, so on and so forth. It's a pretty good and detailed combat record. It's not just weapon tracking, which I think is pretty good. And overall, I guess those are my first impressions. I'm trying to think of anything else. We already talked about old school mode at length in my last video. The guns in this game feel pretty good. The sounds are a little bit off-putting, and some guns just don't sound right to me, but I think it goes back to I have played this game so much, Call of Duty 4 that is, that any minor change, I'm gonna pick up on it. I notice every little change in this game because I know how it should be, because I have a ridiculous amount of time on COD 4. So I guess that's something I'm going to have to adjust to, is the sounds of the guns. But the weapons feel like they did in Call of Duty 4. They have the same recoil patterns. They're just as powerful as they were previously. That's how they feel so far to me in my very limited experience once again. The maps themselves are freaking beautiful. Absolutely fantastic. Not only are they higher resolution and just look better, but the colors, they pop a lot more. Like, these maps are colorful. When I played on Bog, I was kind of blown away because Bog itself is really known as a pretty bad-looking map in Call of Duty 4. It's like literally a junk-filled field. Like, it's dark and it's brown and it's like almost nighttime. It's not a good-looking map. But in Modern Warfare Remastered, the fire really pops on that map, and the crates are a little bit brighter than they were previously. The bus is a little bit brighter than it was previously. It looks better. The same thing goes for Shipment. They up the color on Shipment. They up the color on Backlot. They just make the game look better. It feels really good, and I'm very, very excited to play this game. I'm hoping they put the servers back up before November 4th so we can play a little bit more and I can start getting some videos ready. Because the biggest thing as a YouTuber, right, is when it's opening day for a new Call of Duty game, the first thing you want to do, you want to go right out the gate. You want to get as many videos up on your YouTube channel as possible because that's when the most people are searching for them. It's a big deal if you're a YouTuber, right? And so if I could get a lot of those videos pre-recorded on Modern Warfare Remastered before the game actually comes out, so I could just enjoy playing the game with my friends on opening night, that would be fantastic, where I'm not like stressing on videos and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that's the case. We're going to have to see. But ladies and gentlemen, with my very limited experience so far here in Modern Warfare Remastered, I have really been enjoying the game and I cannot wait to play. I get the question often enough of am I going to play more Modern Warfare Remastered or Infinite Warfare this year? I've said many times I'm going to play more Modern Warfare Remastered this year, not only because it's the classic boots on the ground COD, but also because I've played so much COD 4 in my day that I've been waiting for a remake. Not for 10 years. Like, I haven't been waiting for a remake since the day COD 4 came out, but I have been waiting for a remake pretty much since, like, the original Black Ops. Like, I've been wanting them to recreate this game, definitely since they came out, like, the Xbox One, the PlayStation 4. I've been wanting them to remake Call of Duty 4, and they've finally done it, and they've done a very good job with it, and so I can't wait to play a little bit more. But ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts on Modern Warfare Remastered down there in the comment section below, because I know a lot of you have been able to play it. I would love to hear about that. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Drop me a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.